What's up, guys? Let's talk about the 2021 Subrosa Salvador. I really like this bike because it comes in 4 different options. One of those options is a park variation, meaning the geometry is really specific for park riding. It also has a free coaster version and an XL version. But real quick, before I get into the interview, I did want to mention that you can get a free BMX bike recommendation. The link's below in the description. Head over to my website, fill out a form. It's going to ask you a couple questions like what kind of rider you are, your budget, your skill level, your height, things like that. I take a look at that information and I make a custom PDF with about 3 different bike recommendations for you. Maybe this bike is going to be on there, maybe not. Just depends on the information you give me and if I think it's a good fit for you. But let's jump into the review. Alright, the 2021 Subrosa Salvador. Now, this bike is kind of funny to me because I have a story that goes with it. So around 2014, 6 years ago, I had an Eastern, trail digger or shovel head bike. I can't remember, honestly. But my friend Cole just got a brand new Subrosa bike, and we were so excited for him. As soon as he got it, I think it was for his birthday, but me and the rest of my friends took turns riding it, bunny hopping it, trying 180s, and all those tricks. But it was actually a really good bike. And so now that I'm more into it, I'm learning what the different specs mean, and I'm looking at the different parts that come on it. I was like, oh, that's why that trick was so easy, or oh, that's why we couldn't do that on it. But we loaded up in his mom's truck. We went to Tucson, Arizona to ride Premises Park. But so this bike hits home just because somebody close to me, it's associated with so many good memories. The 2021 model, though, comes in a bunch of different colors, and it looks like really clean, if that makes sense. It's not crazy. There's no crazy flashy colors. It's just a nice clean bike, even the one with red tires. So it's going to come in a bunch of different variations, which is another reason that I really like this bike. It comes in the normal Salvador, a free coaster version, an XL version, and a park version for you park rats. So the park version is going to have a more compact frame. It's going to come with brakes, and it's going to be a lot easier to do really technical park tricks on. But I'll talk about that later. The Salvador is for anybody who has already been riding bikes and is looking for a decent upgrade to help get them to mid-level. Now, I don't classify this bike as a mid-level bike just due to the fact that it's not a full chromoly frame, something that's really important to me. However, it is a really good upgrade from a low-end bike like the Subrosa Sono. It has better quality parts and it has some more aftermarket parts. Another cool thing I like is that you're able to pick from these variations and you're able to get a bike that's going to suit your riding style a lot better than just picking a general bike. Depending on the variation you get, this bike is good for tricks like 360s, grinding, feeble, smith, double pegs, even on handrails. Honestly, if you can hop that high and you have the pegs, this bike can hold up to it. However, it's not going to be very good for tail whips, backflips, 720s, just because the lower quality rim and the back end of the frame is going to start to bend as you do more spins. So keep that in mind. The price ranges from $450 to $459, again, depending on the variation that you get. So the Salvador bike is a 20.5 inch top tube, and it comes in black and it comes in raw. The XL version is a 21 inch top tube, and it comes in black and it comes in sage green. The free coaster version is also a 21 inch top tube. However, it only comes in matte trans black. I really do like this matte trans black though. It looks sick. Alright, and the park variation comes in a 20.5, and it only comes in one color. It comes in a matte raw. Now this park version is super compact. All right, so I'm just gonna go on a quick tangent about the park bike because it really is almost its own bike just because it's so different from the other Salvador variations. It's a 20.5 inch top tube. There's a size guide on my website, or just Google BMX size guide, figure out what size is right for you. But it does have a 12.7 inch chainstay, which is a lot shorter than 13 inch. And this is going to make it really easy to have a responsive feeling style, meaning 360s are going to be easier, carving is going to be easier, and those kinds of things. The bike is going to be really snappy. The reason that I wouldn't recommend this bike for learning tail whips is because of the single wall back rim and the high tensile steel back end. So it's a trimoly frame. If you're not sure what that means, I'll go ahead and explain it a little bit, but I do go more in depth in a post on my site. Basically, trimoly means the front triangle is chromoly. So the top tube, the head tube, and the down tube are all three going to be chromoly, and that back end is going to be high tensile steel. High tensile steel is a lot weaker and it bends. So as you do 360s, that single wall rim is going to bend and the back end is going to bend. So it's also going to be the same with tail whips. So just be careful when you're trying those tricks. Don't go crazy and completely destroy your brand new bike. It is a good bike. However, the kink switch is $500, comes with full chromoly, comes with double wall rims, and it comes with pegs. So if you're that kind of street rider who wants to be riding at a mid-level or even a high level, you can spend an extra $40 and get a bike that's going to have that better quality. I do think this bike is just a little bit overpriced because it's only single wall rims. Fitz bike line is the same way. It drives me crazy, but I understand times are tough and they need to make cuts where they can. However, personally, I've been like a bigger guy, even growing up, starting out on a bike, and I destroyed single wall rims. And I'd hate to see that happen to you. That's the only reason I'd recommend getting a better bike with a little higher quality. But if you're just starting out and you don't plan to ride this bike forever, it's not a bad choice and it'll get the job done. Alright, so that is going to be the review on the 2021 Subrosa Salvador. Like I said, I really do like this bike, and if you like my reviews as much as I like this bike, make sure you subscribe so that you get notified when I post a new video. I'm always working on new content that's going to help you become a better rider and grow your understanding for BMX. One of those things I'm working on right now is called BMX School. And what that is, it's a better version of school designed to help you become a better BMX rider. If you're interested in that, there's a link below in the description. Support me, go check that out. Have a great day.